going on, everyone? It's Wayne here at Redemption Farms with the final update for this strawberry crop. We've obviously been finished picking strawberries for a while. With that said, there's still some berries out here to be found, but a lot of them have damage like that, whether it's bird damage. Never seen so much bird damage. I think the birds are thirsty because it's been so dry. They're eating berries, but that's from sap beetles. When we get ripe fruit out here, they come out here and they'll just chew on it, eat it up, eat little holes in it. Not marketable, not very palatable. This year, our strawberry crop shut down fairly early. Only thing I can think of is we had that really intense heat early on, so they pushed a lot of runners out. Normally when you push out runners, for those that don't know, that's a runner. All these are runners. Basically when that happens, that plant goes vegetative, not reproductive. We get runners instead of flowers. So thank God we had phenomenal quality, wonderful season weather-wise and all that, but production-wise, it was about 2/3 of what we had hoped for. Still good, but we didn't get that late, tail end of the season to kind of finish it off. Question we keep getting by everyone, we have for years, is why do we replant them every year? We've even had some people ask if they could come dig plants. So I'm gonna try to explain this the best I can to everyone. Number one, look around. There's weeds everywhere out here. Strawberries are very difficult to control weeds. We can do it, but it's difficult. And the longer we do it, if we were to carry these over, we're gonna really fight with weeds a lot. Second, disease. Any disease that's present on these plants, major one we fight with is anthracnose, botrytis, which is commonly called gray mold. If we have inoculum this year, we may have gotten through this year just fine, but that inoculum will build up and next year we'll have way more. There's also root diseases and stuff that can affect especially carryover plantings. So you have all these different disorders, diseases, weeds that are an issue anytime, but especially an issue as you carry this patch over. That said, that's not the biggest reason why we replant every single year. When we plant, a nursery takes a runner tip like this and plants that little tip into a 50 cell plug tray. And that little tip, where it's hard to see, but there's little tiny roots about popping out of that, that will make roots and produce what's called a plug plant. We then plant that plug plant here in the plastic. Now, there was a mother crown, a mother plant that we planted in the fall somewhere right in here. That then produces what's called branch crowns. Our goal is 4 to 6 branch crowns per plant. Some of these are vegetative because of the season we had, but you see we've got 1 there, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. I'm going to say that's 2 there, 6, 7. So we've got about 7 crowns total there. So that's good for 1 season. The problem is, if we were to come through here and mow these plants down to get all this growth off like you would do to rehab a carryover planting, we still have 7 crowns. Then come this fall, they're going to make more branch crowns. Say they made 4 more, we would have 11 crowns. If we had 10, 11, 12 crowns out here, we're going to end up with twice, maybe 3 times, 4 times the amount of flowers coming out of these plants next year. That sounds good, right? There's more fruit. The issue is there's the same amount of energy available out of that root system. There's the same amount of solar energy available out of the vegetation. What happens is you'll get really small fruit. People don't want to pick small fruit. It takes twice as much time to get the same amount of fruit. So we had disease issues, insect issues, weed issues. Most of all, we have fruit sizing issues. The way around that is to to go through here and crown thin. So you would break off these crowns till you had just say 1-2 crowns. Very tedious hand labor. Then you got to come through and mow it, fertilize it, irrigate it all summer long. And hopefully the disease and insect and weed pressure, and also slugs is another thing that can be a real issue in carryover plantings. You got all that stuff to contend with. When I calculate numbers of what I think it will take to do that by hand, we are 1/2 to 3/4 of the way to planting new plants, just in labor. It's so labor intensive to go through and crown thin that I'm already most of the way, hey, at least halfway to planting new plants. So then when you factor in disease pressure, weed pressure, insect pressure, things like that, in my mind, it's just not worth it. I've tried it, we've tinkered with it. I haven't done it here, but I've experienced it before, and it sounds really great and it feels really great when you're not paying thousands and thousands of dollars for new plants. But come the next spring, you're kind of scratching your head wondering what you were thinking. So that's why we plant every year. Now, to those that were curious about digging plants, number one, if you come through here and try to dig this plant up to plant it, you're going to tear the roots up. This hasn't been irrigated in a long time, so you see it's hard as concrete, dry as a bone. But if you were to dig this up, you would probably tear all the roots off this plant. So you're not going to get very good survivability. Number two, you're going to tear this plastic all up. We are going to take this plastic and double crop it with pumpkins, gourds, squash, so on and so forth for our U-pick patch. So for that reason, we don't want to dig it up. We don't want to make a mess. We don't want little plastic shards everywhere. We're going to come through here, probably today, we'll see if I get to it or not, with a flail mower. I'm going to adjust it so it cuts as close as possible to this plastic without making confetti. And it'll mow that plant down, so there'll just be little stubs sticking up off the plastic. And then we'll come through by hand and we'll plant seeds into the plastic. That will then be our pumpkin patch. I understand that it can make you scratch your head why we spend all that money and time when we have a established, healthy looking strawberry patch. And in your yard, strawberry plants last for years and years and years. All the reasons that I just listed are the reasons why we do it. In different situations, different setups, they do it differently. But for us here, it's what seems to work. I hate it. I hate spending all the money on it every year. Strawberry plants is one of the biggest single expenses I have in a year. Then the labor for it all, it adds up. But come spring, if and when we have a crop, it usually pays off. So there you have it. Stay tuned. This will be a pumpkin patch before you know it. And over there where that bare ground is supposed to be a strawberry patch come this fall. Y'all have a good summer. Take care.